Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I'll show you how you can do your own phone case out of faux leather. So it's easy to work with and that's thanks to the fabric. Of course you can do it in any kind of fabric that you have. Today I'm showing you the leather type fabric. So the edges are always smooth and easy to do with this one. I also decided to do this easy mechanism to keep the phone inside without it slipping out on accident, and how you can take it out when you want it, but only when you want it, so that way it always stays protected and it never accidentally gets out of there. So even if it falls with the case and hopefully prevents any damage. So yeah, this is our project for today. Here are different ones, just as an example. This one I did out of the other side of the faux leather, so the little bit rougher side or softer. And here a third one, so as you can see they are highly customizable, so you can make them really any way you like them. So let's get to the project, so stay tuned. So you will of course need your cell phone, then a piece of paper, your scissors and fabric scissors, then a pen and a tailor's chalk, a little bit of leather fabric, matching thread or thread of any color that you want. And for your sewing machine, we will be using a little bit thicker needle, so 100 or 90, or a needle if you have it specifically for leather. So the pattern is super simple. Put your cell phone on top of your paper. Make sure you leave a little bit of room on the edges because your stitches are gonna take up a little bit of it, and then just do a line around it. And that's it. So I cut this out now and I'll put my cell phone on top to see if it fits. You should have some room around it, like this, and I think we're good. So now we will take our fabric. This time I have the faux leather and I want this rougher side on the outside. And of course you can use any other fabric you want if you want to change it up a bit, or if you can't find any leather or leather-like fabric. So I marked it on the fabric as well. I even tried to fit it this way, but it's not long enough, sadly. So I gotta do it this way. I marked the shape of it already, as you can see, and I need one more like this. Okay, great, this fits. If you're using a pen like I am, then you gotta know that this side is not gonna be on the outside. So this side I'm marking on is gonna be on the inside, so this softer side in my case. Instead, this rougher, smoother side is what I'm doing, so this way you won't have the marks visible later. So you can try doing it with some chalk, but I always have trouble finding it later. It somehow isn't visible, so this works better for me. Feel free to use whatever you like for marking the fabric itself. So I marked it, let me cut this out. So here are my two pieces that I cut out. So the leather is relatively easy to do or to cut with your scissors if they aren't dull. So just make sure you do a straight line, as straight as possible. You see here how it's not exactly perfect, so just try to make it as straight as possible all around. So out of your second piece of leather, in my case this white or beige colored one, you need a band, and it's supposed to be double the length of the case. So you see where your mark needs to be. And then leave a bit of room for the stitches. I take about 5 centimeters or 2 inches. and I'll cut here. And now that we cut it out, I'll do about 2 centimeters or an inch wide. Also make sure that it's as straight as you can make it. So here are my 2 pieces. I prepped the one step already. So you take your band, you put it about 1 centimeter away from the edge here in the middle. Then you mark as wide as your band is. And then you draw a little shape like this to mark the opening. So you see that I rounded it a bit, so it's a bit wider than the band width. And we will do the same on the other side, just a little bit lower than here. There we are. There's my mark, so I'll draw the full shape again. Now I need to cut this out, so you can fold this in half and cut with your scissors. Make sure it's not too wide. And cut it out. So we are almost done, believe it or not. So let's prep it by taking the band and pushing it through the one opening from the back like this. And put here on top. Make sure that the side you want to have facing the outside is there, that it's placed the right way. So if you want to have this on the outside, so like this, you would do it the other way around. The same goes for the band. I want the smooth side on the outside, so if you want to have the other, then you just need to turn it inside out. It's really easy. So now comes the next step. Let's do a stitch here along the middle and make sure it's all nicely aligned. Go on the bottom. And then just do a regular straight stitch along the middle and till the end and a little bit under it as well till you get to the middle of the case, and then secure it with a stitch as wide as the band itself and make sure that it's aligned nicely underneath the brown piece. Make sure that your stitch length is a little bit longer than usual, so between 3 and 4. If you do a regular one, it might make a weird effect that doesn't really look nice in the end. So make sure that you do a little bit longer this time. This is our stitch now, so since we are here already, you can do here on top one straight line so that it all stays together. So just from the one end to the other. So I did the same on the other pieces as well. So now let's align. The band goes in the middle and out on the other side. So you can also pull it out a bit so that it doesn't get in the way. That is what it should be like. So I'll pull it a bit to the top and now I'll again align the two halves. And now let's do a line around all the edges so that we can connect the two halves. And make sure that this top stays open that's the opening that the cell phone goes through. Also, make sure that you do your stitches as close to the edge as possible so that it's not too tight for your phone. The last step is to secure this piece so that it can't slip out of this hole. So we will fold the bottom end. You can even do a doubled fold if you prefer that. I'll do it once and then I'll just secure it here where they meet. There we are, our phone case is ready. So all there is left to do is try it out and I'll show you what the band is for. So you gotta try it out a bit. If you were precise in your prep and stitching, it should fit perfectly. And here is our band. It's a bit shorter. That's because it's going around the whole phone. So all around, so when you pull the end of it, your phone naturally slides out. So that's why you want it as tight as possible because it shouldn't be able to slip out unless you actually, so not to fall out unless you actually pull on the band itself. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to shoot me a thumbs up if you did. You can also let us know by subscribing to our channel, and that way you can of course stay notified with all of the new videos that we post and access the videos we already posted. So thanks for watching DIY Ideas. Feel free to post comments below the video and I'll see you in our next project. Have a great day. Bye!